What if I told you that the absolutely greatest opportunity for artists in all of human history is happening right now? But at the exact same time, the most overwhelming, incredibly difficult challenge artists have ever faced is also happening right now. Well, welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the reality of the creative frontier. We are looking at a landscape that's been fundamentally reshaped by technology, instant global connectivity, and of course, artificial intelligence. It's a wildly transformative era. It's one that opens doors previous generations could literally only dream of. But to walk through those doors, you're gonna need a whole new level of resilience. You see, in a world where millions of artworks are uploaded every single day, the hurdle is no longer just putting pen to paper or, stylus to tablet. Simply creating the art? That's not the test anymore. The real test is cutting through the massive, overwhelming noise. With a single post, you can reach audiences in the US, Europe, Asia, the Middle East. Geographical boundaries are totally gone. But because of that incredible, unprecedented access, the question completely shifts from can you create art to can you create something that people will actually remember? Welcome to 2026. You, and honestly every other artist out there, have access to a massive global audience. The entire world is literally your gallery. You've got unlimited learning resources right at your fingertips. You can learn 3D modeling, digital painting, AI tools, or marketing from your bedroom. But here's the catch. This accessibility means standing out has never been harder. It's this crazy paradox of having infinite reach, but also facing infinite competition. So let's dive into part one, the modern artist reimagined. For centuries, artists were strictly defined by their specific craft, right? Painters painted, sculptors sculpted. But let's be real, that highly compartmentalized era is officially over. In the traditional model, the canvas was paper or physical paint, and the exhibition space was, a local gallery down the street. Today, the entire internet is the gallery. That smartphone screen sitting in your pocket is the premier exhibition space in the world. Art has become a universal language, and to speak it fluently today, you just can't be a one-trick pony anymore. The modern artist has to wear a ton of hats. You aren't just a creator anymore. You're a storyteller, you're an innovator, you're a content creator, a personal brand, a marketer, a community builder, and an entrepreneur. Doing all of this requires a serious balancing act. You have to balance the pure act of creation with the actual business of sharing it with the world. Moving on to part two, surviving the AI revolution. Artificial intelligence is unequivocally the biggest disruption the art world has ever seen. It's an evolution that a lot of people understandably fear, but we really need to remember the rhythm of history here. Think about it, the camera did not destroy painting. Digital art did not destroy traditional art. And AI is not going to destroy artists. Instead, it transforms them. The artists who survive and thrive in this era won't be the ones stubbornly fighting the technology, they're going to be the ones who learn to collaborate with it. AI can generate images, but it cannot dream. I really want you to think about that for a second. Software can imitate styles flawlessly. It can automate incredibly complex processes in seconds. But it absolutely cannot live human experiences. It cannot create purpose. Only humans can turn raw emotion into profound meaning and imagination into true inspiration. That responsibility of creating purpose, that remains entirely yours. Which brings us to part three, the war for attention. Because behind all the beautiful, perfectly polished portfolios and those viral posts we see online every day, there is a very real, invisible crisis going on. Millions of artists are battling a silent struggle. It's the emotional toll of constantly fighting the algorithm. We're talking about creative burnout. We're talking about the constant comparison fueled by social media. Waking up and thinking, man, am I just not talented enough? Or am I too late to the game? It creates a deeply exhausting cycle. And that leads us to a pretty profound realization. The absolute greatest enemy to an artist's creativity today isn't artificial intelligence. It isn't some oversaturated market, and it isn't the latest algorithm change. It's fear. It is that paralyzing self-doubt telling you that you aren't good enough, or that no one will ever notice your work. But remember, every single successful artist you look up to started exactly where beginners are today. In this massive attention war, you aren't just competing for double tops or likes, you're competing for the world's most valuable currency, attention. And the solution is definitely not just making more content to try and shout louder than everyone else. The real solution is creating more meaningful content,
People scroll past millions of images a day. They forget them instantly. But people remember stories. They remember authentic emotions. If you want to actually win the attention war, you have to create an experience, not just a pretty picture. Let's look at part 4, your human superpower. As technology scales up and generates these totally flawless visuals, humanity itself becomes infinitely more valuable. This is what we call the human advantage. Your absolute greatest competitive edge is not your software, it's not your technical skill. It is your totally unique way of seeing the world. Nobody has lived your life, nobody shares your exact perspective or your specific vulnerability. That authenticity is exactly what audiences are desperately craving right now, and it is the one single thing a machine can never ever replicate. That is your ultimate superpower.
Okay, part 5, the creative business blueprints. The old, highly romanticized myth of the starving artist, yeah, that needs to stay dead. Modern artists survive and thrive through a necessary fusion of art and business intelligence. Making a stable living is a massive challenge if you only focus on the creation part. Successful modern creators diversify. They build multiple income streams. We're talking YouTube revenue, online courses, digital products, print on demand, freelance commissions, and brand collaborations. Relying on just one single source of income today is incredibly risky.
So let's break down how this actually built into an actionable plan. Step 1, develop your unique artistic identity. Stand for something. Step 2, master consistency. Discipline often beats motivation on the days you don't feel like creating. Step 3, build a community. Casual followers come and go, but a true community connects with your journey and stays. And finally, step 4, embrace technology to increase your efficiency while fiercely protecting your core creative vision. And finally, part 6, the future belongs to you. We are standing right on the edge of a completely new era. The artist of the future is incredibly adaptive. They learn constantly, they build deeply engaged communities, and they create even when literally nobody is watching. Listen, platforms will absolutely rise and fall. Trends are going to change. The high-tech software we use today is going to look completely ancient in just a few years. But through all of that crazy evolution, one thing remains totally timeless: human vision. The world does not need more content. Seriously, we have enough content to last a lifetime. What the world genuinely needs right now is more dreamers. It needs more creators who refuse to just become ordinary. We need artists who dare to take their wild, unique imagination and actually turn it into reality, creating things the world has never even seen before. So as you step out and navigate this wild, totally unprecedented creative frontier of 2026, armed with these incredibly powerful tools and your own irreplaceable human experience, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. The tools are right here. The audience is waiting for you. Will you dare to see differently?